Today, I have traveled to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, to the tu-endie-wei State Park. I have come to pay my respects to none other than the great Shawnee warrior chief legend himself, Chief Cornstalk. Tu-endie-wei State Park is located at the confluence of the Kanawha River and the Ohio River in downtown Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The park commemorates the Battle of Point Pleasant, fought between the settler militia of Virginia and the forces of the Shawnee Chief Cornstalk on October the 10th, 1774. If you enter through the entrance of the flood walls, you will immediately turn to the left and follow this gravel trail, looking over the Ohio River immediately to your right, and the new Silver Memorial Bridge, and then you will come upon the sign that welcomes you to tu-endie-wei State Park. It is behind this brown building where one of the greatest war chiefs in Shawnee Native American history is laid to rest in this state park. As I proceed forward, you will see the hedges and the monument where the last remains of Chief Cornstalk are laid to rest. It feels like a big piece of history as I'm walking toward the final resting place of Chief Cornstalk, and I see a plaque in front of his monumental headstone that reads, Chief Cornstalk. In this monument rests the remains of Ki-ta-kwa, better known as Cornstalk to the early settlers and frontiersmen. Chief Cornstalk was well known and respected by the white settlers and Indian tribes of the Ohio Valley. As chief of the Shawnees and head of the Northwestern Confederated Tribes, Cornstalk decided to make peace with the white man. However, he was forced to lead the attack on the Long Knives at the Battle of Point Pleasant on October the 10th, 1774. Although he survived the battle, he died just 3 years later. Here is Fort Randolph in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. This is the place in which Chief Cornstalk and his son and 2 other close friends met their fate and took their last breaths as they were murdered. When the American Revolutionary War followed shortly after Dunmore's War, Cornstalk endeavored to keep his people neutral. Ultimately, the Shawnee broke to 2 different factions, one supporting Chief Cornstalk and being neutral and friendly with Americans, and another faction teaming up with the Cherokee and fighting the Americans for their resources back. This would ultimately lead to Chief Cornstalk being detained at Fort Randolph in what is now Point Pleasant, West Virginia, along with his son and 2 close friends. Out of nowhere, unidentified Indians killed a soldier at Fort Randolph, and in retaliation, angry soldiers brutally executed Cornstalk, his son, and 2 other Shawnees. And rumor has it that during the brutal slayings that Cornstalk would place a curse upon the land, lasting hundreds of years, and many claim that this is where the urban legend of the Mothman was created. Is it true? We may never know. But one thing is for sure known. There was a man, a great Shawnee leader named the Chief Cornstalk, who wanted peace with the white man and the Americans, and he paid dearly for that with his life. May he rest in peace.